No one thought Sam Walton would live an extraordinary life. He worked in a JCPenney's and waited tables for most of his teens and early 20s. When he got married, he saved up some money and borrowed some money from his father-in-law to buy a branch of the Ben Franklin stores, owned by the Butler brothers. It seemed like a typical white picket fence American dream. Except for one thing. Sam Walton loved information. Specifically, he loved information on how other stores were making more money than he was. In his first year of owning his store, he visited every single other grocery and retail shop in Bentonville, Arkansas. He observed every single thing they did, how they displayed their goods, what discounts they offered, the prices he would have to beat, and even how the shop was set up. He would stay in the store so long, the shop owners would get genuinely creeped out. He didn't care though. The information he collected on how other shops ran helped him come up with a strategy to completely destroy his competitors. He saw that every single competitor thought small short term, make a lot of profit off of a single product so they wouldn't have to make too many sales. So he decided to think long term and focus on tiny margins and a lot of sales. That way he would be able to make his prices so much lower than any of his competitors that they could never even dream of matching them, thus wiping them out. If other competitors sold toothpaste for $2 and made a $1 profit, he would sell toothpaste for $1.50. Sure, he would be making less money in the short run, but in the long run, he would steal all of his competitors' customers away from them. Thus, all their profits would flow to him anyways. His only real problem was that the franchise store he had bought wouldn't let him go to such extremes. For his first few years, only a few products were allowed to be discounted, and that didn't sit well with Sam Walton. So he saved up again, and in 1962, he opened up the very first Walmart Discount City store in Rogers, Arkansas. Now he had the power to do as much discounting as he liked, and thus the start of a new American dynasty was born.
My aching back, I've been to so many stores.
Shopping the Walmart way.
I'm back.
So soon?
I got everything I need at Walmart.
That's the idea. Shopping the Walmart way makes saving simple and convenient.
Everything at Walmart is always at a great price.
That's real savings. That's the Walmart way.
Walmart's Super Inflation Buster Sale blasts through the inflation barrier with big discount savings on hundreds of everyday items. Like Conair's Lots of Curls Curling Iron, now just $3.93. Renews its 6-ounce air freshener, only 31 cents. Kleenex tissue discount price to just 48 cents. Colgate 9-ounce toothpaste, only $1. And Cordite Heavy Gauge 26-gallon trash can liners, just 96 cents for the 20-count box. For Super Inflation Buster savings on hundreds of items. Shop Walmart now through Saturday.
In 1969, Walmart was incorporated, and within just 11 years, there were more than 270 Walmarts across America. Sam Walton had discovered a simple yet overlooked universal truth. People love discounts above all else. In small towns or early targets, you would move in and every other retail or grocery store in the area would have to shut down. There was no way they could compete with your prices. Even if they sold their goods at cost, they still couldn't even come close to Walmart, because of the power of the economies of scale. If a family-owned retail shop bought 100 t-shirts for $5 each, they could sell it for $6 in their store and make a $1 profit. But because of Walmart's size, they could buy 100,000 t-shirts, negotiate the price down to $3.50 each from the supplier, and then resell those shirts for $4.95. You're able to beat your competitor's price by more than $1 while making even more profits. And even if the family-owned store dropped their price to $5 so they wouldn't be making any money, their prices would still be more expensive. That was the beauty of discounting. Walmart got so famous for putting competitors out of business, it earned a nickname, the Walmart effect. Whenever a Walmart moved into town, all the small retail competitors would have to close, and you would basically have a monopoly over the retail industry in that town. It got so bad that people started accusing Walmart of predatory pricing, making prices so low that you knew your competitors would close down. Well, they weren't entirely wrong. Destroying his competition was, after all, Sam Walton's only goal. 11 years into business, and Walmart breaks $1 billion in sales. 7 years later, that number 15x to $15 billion. By the year 2020, Walmart was at the top of the Fortune 500 list. Since then, Walmart has consistently been either the first or second largest company by revenue in the world. But discounting was only part of the makings of this empire. To get to the top, Walmart will have to step on a lot more shoes than just the small businesses it shut down.
Is one of my things I like to do here at Walmart. I like to organize things so they look perfect. I have a system which just basically is I do everything one step at a time. It's like building a pyramid. It looks neat. People like attractive things. And, you know, eventually you get your finished product.
Everyday low prices keep our associates busy all year. The holidays mean they'll just be a little busier.
In the 70s, workers at Walmart were thinking about unionizing, or joining forces as workers to use their strength in numbers to get their employer to negotiate better working conditions for them. That didn't last long. As soon as Walmart learned about the potential union, they hired a union-busting consultant to come up with a strategy to bust up potential unions. Here's how it worked. Whenever a Walmart store or a distribution center would try to unionize, Walmart would simply use intimidation tactics to scare workers into not voting for unionization. If they voted to unionize, they would be fired. If intimidation tactics weren't an option or didn't work, and workers still voted to unionize, Walmart would simply announce that they would be shutting down the place, under the excuse that it just wasn't profitable anymore, which honestly could have been true. If the law prevented them from shutting the place down, they would just flat out refuse to negotiate with the unions. There's even an informative book called The Manager's Toolbox for Remaining Union-Free. Hidden cameras have been installed in parking lots, break rooms, and offices, all to monitor for any potential union talk. If anyone breathes the word union, they are out. This allows for some neat tricks you can play on your workers.
Fall is almost here, and at your Red Deer Walmart, we welcome autumn with special savings throughout the store.
You'll find low prices in every department, from sporting goods to car care products.
To clothing,
And electronics.
you'll save big this fall on quality items for the entire family.
We'll help you find everything you're looking for.
Walmart has over 2.3 million employees. Having that many employees means there's a lot of room for losing money. If an employee costs you just an extra $1 a day, that's $2.3 million going down the drain every single day, or nearly $1 billion wasted every year. That's why Walmart's minimum wage is $12 an hour, whereas Amazon has a minimum wage of $15. But that's probably just one of Amazon's tactics for driving out competitors that we've covered before. So as Walmart, you gotta be extremely diligent when it comes to cutting costs, and one of those areas of focus is overtime pay. Understaff your stores on purpose. That way, it forces other employees to work overtime to pick up the slack for departments that didn't have enough people.
I knew that we were short-staffed. At that time, I didn't know it was a purposeful thing, that's their intention.
They had stacks like this of applications in the back. They just didn't hire them.
Right.
And then we're told, we don't know what to do. We don't have the people. We don't have this. We don't have that. And I really did at first. I was really, I felt bad for them. It was like, oh, okay, I'll give you an extra hour here. I'll come in early tomorrow. Okay, I won't take my day off.
And when they work overtime, you would just make sure the extra hours were moved onto next week so they didn't count as extra. No, seriously, some Walmart managers have actually been taught how to log into computers with a fake user ID to move extra work hours to the next week so they wouldn't count as overtime.
He explained to us how to go in the system under a false user ID to get into the computer and move that time to the next week.
I've seen managers go in when someone worked 41, 42 hours and change it to 40 hours.
Keep medical coverage minimum to the point where most employees have to join state-funded programs. That means less money coming out of your pocket and more money coming out of the state taxpayers' pockets. And it's not just medical aid. Food stamps, daycare, and education for associates all come out of taxpayers' pockets.
But they're a billion-dollar corporation, so I don't see why they cannot offer a better medical package for their associates so that we can afford to get our families on insurance.
So your dignity is not there, your pride is not there. You go to work knowing that you're not making enough money to really make ends meet, but yet you gotta go with a smile on your face and fake it. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All these less than ideal conditions help you save money, but it also comes with one added benefit: quick employee turnaround. Around 70% of Walmart employees leave within their first year. Now this might sound bad, but in reality, it's a blessing in disguise. Employees that don't stick around means that they won't ask for raises or promotions. You can just keep paying them low wages because most of your employees are new, and that's the expectation with a new job. And being that Walmart shuts down most of the other retail jobs in the area, Walmart, along with other big chains, usually becomes the only options available for a low-skill job. And overseas, it's an even dire story.
Bob, you're restocking housewares. Surely you're on register 8, you in the yellow. You know what to do.
We're rolling back prices all over the store to save you even more. Always low prices, always Walmart.
Remember the Bangladesh factory fire in 2012? No? Well, a clothing factory caught fire and 112 workers died. Survivors said there were no fire extinguishers and the doors were locked when they tried to escape. As it turns out, this was one of the very factories Walmart used to manufacture their low-cost clothing. At first, Walmart tried to deny it, but then pictures of Walmart's clothes and Walmart labels lying around after the fire made that denial a little hard to believe. In most cases, these workers earn less than 15 cents per hour making products for Walmart. And this is just a tiny sliver of all the labor controversies Walmart has gotten itself into. Child labor, exploiting undocumented workers, everything is fair game.
The worker is given a fake pay slip, and they never let you have the chance to speak out the truth, but threaten you to deliver false information. We really work day and night in order to get the wage of less than $3 a day. My mom wants me back home because she feels it's too toilsome.
Even after all the scandals, Walmart is still the biggest company in the world by revenue. In 2020, Walmart made over $500 billion in sales. That's around $1.5 million in profit every single hour. In 2021, Walmart has over 10,000 stores in 24 countries, and most of it is still owned by the Walton dynasty, proving that the general public is willing to turn a blind eye to anything for their own personal gain, even if it's just a tiny discount.